Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who is new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome, sweeties, to today's video where we are going to try for the first time Baby K Cosmetics here on my channel. Now I got this is the No More Tears palette together with the lashes that she came out with, and that was basically a collection that came out with together, okay? That came out together. Yeah, okay, still learning how to speak, but anyway, I got this as a gift from my sweetie friend Andrea, who bought this for me on launch. And I'm so glad, because I mean, look at this, look at the palette, it's so pretty. Wait. This is how she looks. When I saw this the first time popping up on Instagram, I was like, oh yes. And maybe if you're following me regularly, especially on my new makeup releases videos, you will know that I spoke about this a couple of times with all the updates and everything, right? So this is the one. And I also of course have the lashes. Now, I did already 2 looks with this palette, and I used the first set of lashes because there are 2 sets. I'm going to show you the second one here. This is how the second one looks, and the other one I actually used in both of my first looks, and I have them right here. I just have not cleaned them yet, so I'm sorry. That was a little bit unprepared, kinda. Okay, but I'm going to just put it in a little bit, but be aware that there is some glitter on it. So I'm just going to put one in here so you can see it better, how it looks, the different styles. All right, so I'm going to wear the second pair that is clean, of course. I'm gonna wear that one today. All right, sweeties, that is that, and also the artwork. I mean, check out the artwork. This is so cool, you know, really well done, so nice, amazing. Really nice. Alright, so Baby K Cosmetics is an indie brand based in the US, and I'm not. So yeah. Okay, sweetie, if you've just found me, I'm Leorah. I'm a makeup artist and stylist. This now here is pajama time, because this is when I'm applying my makeup, and I kind of let you join in while I'm doing that. So watch till the end of the video, because then you will see me with the finished look and of course also the finished styling. And if you want, check out my social media, which is linked in the description box, for more looks and more inspiration, because you will see everything there. Like, not everything, but you know, the main things. Yeah, okay. Wow. Okay, sweetie, also subscribe to my channel, because, you know, we're having a good time here. Okay, now one eye is primed as always, and I'm going to move you a little bit closer as always. And as always, we're going to chat a little bit while I'm doing a look. Now, again, I told you I did already 2 looks with this palette. They will come up, of course, together with the swatches before the review part. And there we go. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about something. And if you are following me regularly, which I highly recommend you do, then you know that I have issues. Okay, let's just go in. I want to do a look. Maybe I'll go in with this one first. I have used these 2 already here. Have I though? No, this one I have used. In the first look, I've used this as a liner, and in the second one, all over the lid, and I'm like a classic smoky eye. So I think what I want to do is I want to use those 2 today, but not quite yet. Okay, let's start with the shade, wait, Memorias, I think. So that's that one. This one. Okay, let's just put that here in the inner part of my crease. All right, so what I wanted to talk to you about is kind of related to my issues. Okay, maybe you know that my anxiety attacks that I used to have like all the time, and now it's much better, but they were all, when they the first time they happened, it was because of going to the supermarket. And I was supposed to get out of the house and like do grocery shopping, like a weekly shopping, and I just couldn't do it. I basically melted down, had a meltdown in the kitchen before even leaving the house, and I was shaking. I was so scared that I would die in the supermarket, okay? So I could even see, it was so real, I could see in my inner eye that that they would wheel me out on a stretcher, you know, and it's really insane. But there is a lot of anxiety for me when it comes to going to the supermarket. So sorry, like if you're local and you see me here if I seem very tense or very unresponsive, because sometimes people come up to me in the supermarket and say hi, and I'm maybe a little bit like I'm in a daze. It's just I'm trying to survive, okay? It's not because I'm trying to be rude or not nice to my followers or dismissive or something. It's just because supermarkets have started to be a real challenge for me over the last years. No judgment, you know, because it is what it is. We all have our battles, and sometimes battlefields are supermarkets. What can I say? Okay, so anyway, let me just blend this out a little bit with my bone color matte. And then I'm gonna go back to the story. Okay, so my story begins on the morning of a grocery shopping day, and that actually happened, like when I'm filming this, it just happened last week. And now my oldest son, who is now 14 years old, he is already on a summer break. My little kids, they are still in, like, they're finishing off school right now, but when you're seeing this, they are already in summer camp. But just saying, they are basically still out of the house for a couple of hours in the morning, okay, in the morning of each day. But my oldest son, he doesn't have summer camp, so he is at home. And I'm trying to, like, once in a while do something with him, and not only work, but besides that, he also accompanies me to go grocery shopping, you know? Here, by the way, I'm just placing a tiny little bit because I want to have a darker shade over here. So I just want it to be a tiny little bit for, like, blending out purposes. All right, so anyway, that is basically the backstory of the story. So we had to go to a supermarket, and beforehand we also had to go to one of those package pickup stations, because I actually got my very first Shane order. Does one pronounce it Shane? I don't know. So anyway, I got my first one, and they delivered it to a package pickup station on the other side of the city, where I thought, like, what? Okay, so we went there, we picked up the package. Let me just think what to do next. I think I'm gonna go in with 323, this shade, this one, and just like pack it in here. Which brush to use though? Maybe this one? Let's see which one reacts best to the shade. All right, just kind of push that in here. This might not even be the super best brush, because it is kind of a little bit maybe too flimsy. At least here for in the corner, maybe I'm just gonna switch the brush and then use this one that I have now for blending out more than applying. Let's use this one. Yeah, you see the difference? This is what I mean when I say sometimes it's just the brushes, you know? Yeah, so anyway, so we went there, and it was on the other side of the city. So I then said to my son, his name is Akiva, and you have seen him here on my channel couple of times already. So I said to him, you know what, when we're already here, we can just go to a supermarket that is here in the area, in this neighborhood, in order to just get it done, you know, because also one doesn't have so many hours to do it all before I have to then go and pick up my whole tribe again from summer camp and from all their places where they are. All right, so he said, okay, fine, Mom, whatever you want. All right, that is the perfect answer, isn't it? All moms out there, don't you love it when that's the answer? So anyway, so we went there, we went to a supermarket, and he knows my issues, he knows me inside out, and to a certain extent, he knows me, or he gets me, even more than my husband, you know? Because when I go with my husband grocery shopping, when I say, whoa, I feel so bad right now, I have such anxiety and I can't breathe or something like this, he's like, why? Why? There's nothing here to be scared about. But that is not a question to ask a person who has anxiety issues, because the person cannot explain what's going on. You know, if we had the answers, we would be able to deal with it much better than we do, you know? But sometimes you don't have the answers, or not yet have the answers. So when I, already on the way to the supermarket, I think we just drove into the parking structure, I said to Akiva, this is hard, and I already feel my heart beating so bad, and you know, I was really, really nervous. And he said, Mom, don't worry, I'm here with you, we're gonna get through this, you know? And that was so great. So we did the shopping, And then a major obstacle is for me also the time when you actually pay and check out, and like that is also, it's such a high point of anxiety for me. Okay, so we went to a self-checkout station in order to just at least have some privacy while we're checking out, and I'm so grateful that this is now how it works in a lot of supermarkets, that one can actually do, you can do your own checkout, right? And also I have to say that while we were doing the actual shopping and going through the aisles and getting stuff, Akiva was chatting with me about like all kinds of stuff, about recipes, like my 14-year-old child talking with his mom about recipes and who knows what, and being so nice and supportive and just distracting me, that I actually got through this super well. Now we were at the checkout counter, and I'm going to quickly do something about my look so I can finish this look. Okay, wait, let's do, what shall we do? I think I want to do, I want to put this one under the, what's it called? The glitters. Okay, so I'm just going to put this one here. This is the shade All Nighter, I think. All Nighter. Which is like a mint green, and it's not really because I want to use this right now, it's just because I need a base to put the glitter on. All right, so I'm going to put that All Nighter here. Don't worry, I'll get back to the story as always. Okay, this is the All Nighter shade, and of course I'm also doing this in order to show you the performance. It also picks up really nicely on the brush. And then for the other glitter, because of course I want to use these two, so I need kind of a darker, I don't need, but I do it. I'm gonna maybe put this one here. This is the shade Tears. I'm gonna put this one closer to here, just in order so I have something here. Okay, I don't have to do that because the glitters are really nice and opaque, so it's not like a crumbly mess or something, so I don't really need a base, but I always feel like it's nice to have a base for underneath. Okay, so let me just blend them also with my finger into each other like that. And okay, so we were at the checkout counter and we were going through the whole thing, and then I was so nervous. I said to Akiva, I feel like I'm gonna throw up. You know, this is how it is to live with me, and I'm completely honest here about these things because it helps. It helps people to see that I am not perfect, that I have the same issues or similar issues or issues, you know, to deal with. Because people from the outside think, okay, so she has 7 kids and she has, she's modeling and she lost all that weight and she's on YouTube and how does she do it? And she's so perfect and this and that and the other thing. It's not. I'm not, you know? Just saying. So I said to him, I think I'm going to throw up. Now, again, my son was like, Mom, he turned around, he stopped what he was doing, he turned around and he was talking to me, facing me. He was so responsive to my needs, and I always feel so guilty because I'm the mom. I should be the one who's watching out for my son, you know, but it is like he doesn't make me feel guilty or weird or out of place, you know. It's like after this whole thing happened, I was so grateful because I feel like, wow, his wife is going to have a really good time. You can send in your applications if you want to marry my son. Yeah, but anyway, so let's also go in with the glitter. I'm going to go in with the lighter shade, which is the shade West Coast. I don't know how many times I've held this in the camera already. So this one, and then afterwards I'm going to go into this one. All right, so he faced me and he was like, Mom, I'm here. Don't forget, this is just a couple of minutes and then we'll be out of here and then we'll have achieved this and then, you know, all of this. See this? You see what glitter does to a look? Seriously. And this is how it applies. It's really nice quality. Just look, you know. All right, I'm gonna put on the other one, and then we'll try to blend this into each other. Okay, this is the shade 213. I don't know what these numbers mean, by the way, but doesn't matter. Ooh hoo hoo. You know, yeah. So, and that's what he did. And then he continued scanning the items that we had in our shopping cart, and I was packing it and, you know, the whole thing. And then it came to the moment where we had to pay. Now I was so nervous and sick to my stomach, and sometimes I also feel like I'm gonna faint and all of these things. Didn't have that this time around, but anyway, so of course, and it tells you, you know, put in the credit card, and I was so nervous and shaking, I put the credit card in the wrong way. Yeah, I know, that's me too, you know, that's me. And then of course the card reader thing said, the purchase can't be put through, or whatever the message is that one gets. And I freaked out. I so freaked out, and I said, Akiva, I need a hug. And he was like, Mom, you will get the hug when we have finished this. Isn't he incredible? You know, we're finishing this, and then I'm going to hug you in front of everybody, you know? So I'm you see how I'm tearing up. I'm really, really emotional about this kid, you know. So anyway, so then we figured out that I had put in the credit card the wrong way, and of course that machine could not read the card that way. And so we basically canceled the purchase, like just that segment of the purchase, and sort of went back into payment without having to scan everything again. And then we purchased the thing and we were done. So now then I got my big hug, and then we actually walked out, and I was so relieved. And at the same time, beyond just being relieved, I was so proud of my child. You know, these are the moments where I think, wow, this is so cool, because most of the time I feel so bad at mothering. I think like I'm doing so many things wrong and whatever, but these are the moments, and these might be completely different for you, but for me these are the moments when I feel, wow, I have actually raised an amazing kid here with God's help, you know. That was so incredible for me to see and to experience him at his young age of being only 14. He looks much older though, because he's a, you know, he's a big guy and stuff, but that was really incredible, you know. So just saying that, that's what I wanted to share with you, because I just felt like it. So anyway, I'm going to of course finish the look, do the other eye, do the under eye area, finish my face. You will see the other two looks that I have done with the palette. You will also see the swatches, and of course right after that I'll see you here for the review part, so stay tuned. Okay, sweeties, here we are with the finished look and the finished styling, sweeties. What do you think? Okay, you know what? Let me zoom you in so you can already take a closer look. Yeah, this is how it turned out, and I think you can see for yourself that this is super cool. Like if you are up for blues, mostly blues of course, and a few greens and minty kind of a situation, then this could be totally your thing, because you know, this is the kind of look that you can create. And of course you also saw the other two that I have done, you know. So anyway, and here are the swatches, and maybe you can also see that the pressed glitter. Let's start with the pressed glitter, because of course you do have 3 pressed glitters here, which are these 3 that you've seen already a couple times now, me putting them into the camera like that. So they are really good. I tried all of them. I tried them in different placements. I tried them as a liner, how they react together with a mixing fluid, everything fine. And even like this without anything underneath, well, just the shimmer shadow, but nothing else, no glitter glue, no nothing. Also, this sweeties is on a bare arm, and I think you saw how foiled they are and how amazing they are. There was no crazy amount of fallout or anything. Also today there was just a little bit that was like stuck in my own lashes, you know, and I brushed it off, and then, you know, brushed it off my face. So not a big deal, but once it's on, you know. So this is a very good performing pressed glitter formula, and you can trust me on that one, because I'm using pressed glitters all the time, and I know a thing or two about different formulas. Okay, so this I can definitely vouch for. It's super, super good. I'm just really ruining every single palette after I've swatched them. They look like they've gone through battle. Seriously, I'm so sorry, but it is what it is. This is like real life. Okay, sweeties. It's real life. Okay, so we do have the palette here, of course. We do have 6 shimmer shades, which is this column and this column. Then you do have 6 mattes, this column and this column, and of course the 3 pressed glitters. Also, my fingers are still a little bit dirty from swatching, but also that is real life. Okay, yeah, so we do have cardboard packaging, we do have shade names, we do have a nice size mirror, we do have the ingredients on the back. And do I have a sleeve? I don't think I had a sleeve for this one. I don't think it comes in a sleeve. I might be wrong. And of course we do have the this cutie thing. I've never seen a cute box like this for like 2 pairs of lashes. This could be so, so cool for like going away, you know, for a weekend or something. If you don't want to clean brushes, if you don't want to clean lashes and you want to take like 2 pairs along, this is so cute. Okay, so this is the first pair, as I already told you, because this is not washed, and this is the second pair that used to be here in the beginning of the video. Okay, I had to of course cut it down because they're big and they're long. So which is absolutely my style. I love lashes like this, you know. If you are not up for, wait, let me just check something. I think I have a little glitter particle here on my up here. Let's just try to brush this off. But anyway, if you're not up for long lashes, this is not going to be your thing, I think, because they are really, really massive lashes. For me, this is like pieces of my soul putting them on my eyes. Sorry. Seem to have a problem with the language, but anyway, so for me this is super, super good stuff. With the first pair that is now here, I felt that the lash band was a little bit hard, but I have to say that it got much, much better after I washed it the first time. So but that, you know, it depends also what your preference is, because sometimes people are more into more stiffer lash bands because it makes them easier like for application or something. But I really don't care. It's just that I didn't, you know, I don't know what I was thinking. So it was not a problem. It was not that they didn't sit well, or they didn't perform well, or they bothered me during the day. Not at all. It was just in the beginning it felt, ooh, this is stiffer than what I usually use. But now in the second look, when I used those same lashes again, they were already like much smoother and stuff like that. Okay, with this one, with this pair, it was also from the get-go, it was less stiff, you know, and that's really the kind of lash band that I personally prefer. But again, after the first use, the other one was also a little bit smoother. Okay, so that was that. Performance of the lashes, really, really good. Also holding up during the cleaning and everything. So far so good, you know. Haven't really done a lot of cleaning, just one time basically. So, but from what I can say as of right now, everything looks really good. Okay, so then let's also talk about the performance in the palette. They swatched super, super well. Also the mattes, really, the mattes swatched super, super well, and the whole color scheme is of course, you know, kind of monochromatic plus. And this is what you get. Now you can do super, super lovely looks, like even more pastel-y leaning and stuff like this, because here you do have really a nice range of pastels, you know, but you also do have some really, really nice dark shades. Performance wise, I think it was really, really nice. In the first look, I did have some patchiness with one of the darker shades. Which one was that? It could have been this one, but today I used it and it was fine. You know, sometimes it is me. Sometimes it's really just me. And I also fixed it. Like, you can always put on that spot. It's always here in those corners. And here I know, because I have a small scar here. So here I know this is my bad makeup eye. That's why I'm doing makeup on camera with this eye, you know? So it was here in the corner, and you can always fix that. Just put a little bit more of eyeshadow primer on that spot, dab it out, and put the eyeshadow on, blend it in, and that's all fine. So like, never worry about stuff like this. You can always fix everything. When it comes to makeup, this is the part of life that can be fixed. You know, there are other things in life harder to fix. but makeup is not a problem, okay? So that was that. So I think it was me because, you know, I used it today and it was completely fine. So what would I change about the palette? The only thing that I would change is that I would probably have turned this here into a matte, and that's all. You know, because that is just my makeup preference. I like to have a super dark shade as a matte. But besides that, I think this is a super brilliant palette. And even like that, it is a brilliant palette. It's just my makeup style is that I have that dark matte, you know. But again, if you are a private person and you don't have to do a review on a palette, then you can just pull in something else from a different palette, right? So I think this was really good. Everything performed well. Blendability and pigmentation, you saw also like with this light shade that I went in first today, I think you saw that the pigmentation was absolutely there, and everything was fine, you know. So how did I finish the look? I put this green here in my inner corner. It was so fun because I hadn't done a green inner corner in a long time. It's been really standard lately with just like rose gold or champagne or something like this. So it was kind of really fun to do that. For the lower lash line, what did I do? I think I used... Of course I have, wait, I have a pretty, you know, bright blue on my waterline, and then I think I put this blue or this blue, I don't remember anymore, one of them underneath, and then I actually blended it out with the highlighter that I'm wearing, because this is this like Skywalker highlighter from Kaleidos, which is the blue leaning one. Why do I have black on my nails? Sorry, because I was peeling around on the lashes that have not been cleaned yet. I just can't stop myself. Okay, so this is the blue leaning highlighter. It will probably not show now on camera that this is a blue leaning one, but it kind of has a bit of a blue shift to it. So I have that basically all over my face, and I also blended out that blue a tiny little bit with that highlighter shade, okay? So just so you know, this is how I finished the look, and I'm loving it. I think it looks super lovely, and actually also when you see it together with my styling, and for that you have to of course follow me on my social media when you want to see the whole thing. It is kind of cool because this is actually not paired up and not matched up with anything in my look, you know, and that is really cool because it can look super nice if you have this whole color scheme all over, like the same thing, and you be like one big piece of art, but just as much you can be a piece of art when your makeup stands out and it speaks on its own. It's your own piece of jewel, you know, because when everything blends in, it's kind of, yeah, okay, so you're beautiful, but if your makeup stands on its own, it's kind of, it has its own charm and its own magic. So I really like that. Okay, would I recommend this? Absolutely. I think it is good formula, absolutely workable, nice packaging, super nice. Also the artwork, again, I like it. I really like it. The lashes were really nice, and Baby K Cosmetics has already come out, or is about to come out depending on when you're seeing this, is coming out super soon also with her next palette. So please check this channel because I'm going to tell you in my new makeup releases about it, you know. And of course also check out Baby K Cosmetics because you're gonna see it on her social media, of course, too. Okay, maybe I will get the next palette, I don't know, but this one was a really good experience. I, as of right now, have not seen the finished whole new palette, so I don't know how the color scheme is going to be, but I'm sure that it's going to be nice because based on this, it must be nice because this was really nice. Yeah. Okay, so it's definitely Leorah approved, and feel free to check it out. Of course, you will find everything that I have on my face down in the description box. Besides that, of course, you will also find all my links to my social media and also all my discount codes that I have with the different brands. So feel free to use them or not, depending on what you want to do. And if you're new here, then please subscribe to my channel. That would absolutely be lovely. I would be so thrilled to have you. And I shall see you here next time for my next video, which is going to be super soon. And up until then, definitely go ahead and sparkle. Hugs and kisses. Bye.